Hello, is anyone in there? Is anyone in there? All right, let's go. Hello everybody, CC Thornley here. As you know, I'm putting together some tracks for a new album, which is going to be two Banjos in Discussion Volume 2. The first album was just a couple of ideas with normal banjo and cello banjo, so I had a bunch of other ideas. We're going to do that. So as I go through each piece, I'm composing it, and I just thought for the nerds out there, I'll make a little video about some of the decisions I'm making and why I'm doing that. So one of the tunes that I've got for this piece is based off a tune that was written by Steve Urquiaga. It's called Equinox. So this tune is called UNEQUINOX. And the whole thing is based off this obsession I've had with a couple of things. The first thing is this voicing of a B7, basically a dominant B7. And the dominant B7, what it is, it's got the root note here on the 7th, and it's got your major third in there, your D sharp from the B7, and then the open string B underneath that there, and then at the bottom you've got a flat 9. So you've got this kind of lovely dissonant kind of vibe going on with that whole thing there, and that's just moving back and forth between one fret to the other, like on an arpeggio like this, just like that, right? And because that's kind of like, I'm thinking about that as like a B7, so that's kind of like the function that the functionality I've got there. It's working as my tonicization there. So I'm going to go to the most natural place, and that's like the submedian or the fourth chord. But in this case, the fourth chord, the voicing I'm going to use for the fourth chord is basically an E, what would be considered, I guess, an E minor 7 add 11, or E minor 7, or just an E minor 11. And so, and out of that I've got my D voice in there, which is the dominant 7 extension of the extended chord, the 7th on that, and then I've got the minor, and then I've got that the 11th underneath there, the 4 underneath. And so how that functions is I'm just going like up a tritone there just for fun, and then to land on that one, which is basically your E minor sus4, or your E sus4 basically. So what I'm trying to achieve there is just basically your average, your real simple movement with a bit of dissonance there to reach, to sort of work around consonants, and I'll play it like this. So the first voice will be, and that little run at the end is your dominant Phrygian run over the chord there, just to dominate over from the E, just to get you back into like a sort of a better tonicization there. And so that's basically my A and B part there, and with that B7 chord and the E minor sus chord there, the sus4 chords, the lovely 4 harmony instead of 1 3 5. It's like a 1 4 kind of thing going on with your embellishments on top of that as well. And then the third movement, because I always like my pieces to have a third part, because that's basically your A section and your B section there. So what I want is a C section, and the C section is really simple. I'm just going from it, because I'm mucking around with E minor, I just thought, accidentally hit this as a power chord like this, that there, which is just your one, I don't know if you can see that, but your 1 string there, and your 5 string there. Oh, here come the motorbikes, by the way. So, and what I'm doing there is I'm just going there, and then going up a tritone, and then dropping it down, and then moving up here, and I can put a little bit of bluegrass on that, so seems to work out as basically your a sort of nice little figure on that, and then we'll get back somehow. So it's just a matter of 3 elements and arranging them, and that's kind of what I'm showing you there, and thank you very much for your time. My name's CC Thornley. Goodbye.